Hello and welcome to another Fire Emblem Engage playthrough, and this time we are doing Oops, all bracelets. Sombron and Vale stole all the rings, and now we've got to make do without them. So specifically, what this means is that wherever and whenever possible, I will avoid doing anything with emblem rings. And specifically what that means is if I don't have to equip it, I won't. If I don't have to engage with it, I won't. If I don't have to use an engage attack with it, or an engage skill, or a sync skill, or whatever, I won't. There are situations in which those things will be forced. One of them happens in the prologue. I'm actually going to skip the prologue because it's identical every time. We don't need to see it again. But you are forced to use an engage attack in the prologue. Like, it's literally, like, scripted. You're not allowed. There's not allowed to use any other commands. But that, I think that's the only time that that specific thing happens. But so when I say required, I mean like the game forces you to do it. I don't mean like, oh, I can't figure out a way to get past this, thing without doing that. So as an example, Seedall, when he shows up on his join map, has the Corrin ring equipped. We can't do anything about that. But we can not only avoid engaging with Corrin, well, whatever, Seedall, who cares, but also we won't use the Dragon Vein ability, because, like, that's optional to use. Even though it doesn't, like, you could just do it, but we're not going to use it. Now, of course, do I want to do that on Seedall? Anyway, not really, but obviously this will have applicability in other contexts. Bracelets are totally fair game for doing whatever we want with. Oh, and I should also clarify that with the emblem rings, also no skill inheritance and no engravings. So nothing that comes from the emblem rings that the game doesn't require us to do. Other than that, this should be pretty similar to my previous run in terms of restrictions, like on the Somniel. So I'm not going to do I'm not going to cook. I'm not going to do, I don't know, wyvern riding, etc., etc. That'll all be in the description. All of this will be in the description. The one exception to this is that I'm going to lift the restriction on the Ancient Well. I would like to have access to more SP. There is, of course, more that you get out of that than just SP books, right? You get items and effectively you get money and blah, blah, blah. I will try to limit what I'm doing with that to just the actual the actual SP stuff as much as possible. The other thing is that because I've installed the DLC again, that means I'm going to get all the random bonus crap that they just hand to you. So the hero's weapons and extra weapons, like steel weapons or whatever, and money and blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I think you even get a pair of boots. Because this is effectively a DLC run, I am going to just accept those things. It still feels kind of gross, but I don't know of a good convenient way around it. I think I've read some stuff about here's what you need to do if you want to burn all these resources away, but I don't want to go to the trouble, so I'll just accept them. I haven't even used the hero's weapons, and so that in particular, maybe that'll be interesting to see if they're any good. I mean, I've heard that they are. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. We're doing male Alear this time, because we did female Alear last time, but also who cares? As I said, I'm going to skip the prologue, so I will be back with Chapter 1. So, be back in just a moment. Alright, here we are on Chapter 1, and I'm actually going to do something a little bit different from what I did last time, which, I mean, presumably nobody will remember. I didn't remember. I had to go back and check. I was like, oh, I wonder what I did last time. But we're going to have Alear attack this enemy, which I did do. But then last time, I think I put Vander here. This time I'm going to put him here. Very important distinctions that we're making right now. But there is a reason for it.
There are too many.
Ah, crap. I did it again. I do this every time. Like, I'm like, shut up, Fram, and then I end up skipping enemy phase. But okay, so we had, you know, this enemy that was over here still attack Alear. This enemy came down from here, and then these two from the side. Vander is going to come over, take this one out, and the reason we did this is because otherwise there's like a bit of a logjam in the middle, and Vander being able to move up this way is actually relevant, believe it or not. And then Alear is going to finish off this one. And
I gotta protect.
did I just skip enemy phase again? Yes, I did. After just talking about it, good job, me. But okay, so that part of the map is pretty much the same, even though I did do something slightly different. But the reason I did something slightly different, or the reason that it matters, so Alear is going to come up here and heal, and then Vander is going to come up and whack this guy. And now we're actually just skip without skipping enemy phase. So the difference here... Oh, and I just realized that Vander's damage didn't stick on that enemy. Well, oops. I guess I didn't actually have to do that after all. Okay. But so here's the thing about, like, we're already feeling the difference, because if we engage here and attack the rapier, we one round, and we can do that from this bush and kill all the enemies. But if we don't engage, which we're not allowed to do, we can't do that. And we don't kill with just the Iron Sword without Divine Speed, or even with Divine Speed. As you can see. So we are going to put Alear here again to get damage on these other two enemies. But we're not able to finish this turn, which I was able to do in my previous run, because we don't have the ability to engage. So it is already showing up a little bit differently than the previous run. And it does result in Alear getting 2 fewer kills. Because Alear, like, didn't get that kill just now, that Vander... Actually, 3 fewer kills? Something like that. I mean, I don't really care that much, to be fair. Anyway, so there you have it, Chapter 1. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time for Chapter 2, in which we also are going to have to figure out something different because we can't use Lodestar Rush. Until then.